Weekly win streak live from Nashville.
Let's go, boys. We're back here in the CFB studios live for this episode of Weekly Win Streak, baby. What is up, everybody? It's your boy CP3 Bets coming to y'all live here in the Nashville studios, the beautiful Nashville studios, I might add. Talking to my brother, what up, bro, who we've been cranking away on this show, guys, for the last couple of weeks. So, bro, how we doing today, man?
We're doing well. We're happy to greet the weekend that's approaching us, and happy to take in the wins that we've been taking in lately. You're very hot as well, man. You're freaking popping off over there, T. How are you?
Man, we're feeling good. Tuesday night definitely had some shitty reads. Honestly, I want to say this. Giannis is definitely on my shit list. This man did not try at all in that game on Tuesday night. And then, of course, last night he goes nuclear. But at least I cashed on their team total over, and they kind of pulled that one out of their rear ends. But, I mean, like, Giannis, what are we doing, bro? Like, we can't be having that kind of effort from you. So, we had a nice night last night with 4-2, bro. I don't know what it is, but I think I'm like cursed whenever I bet on Devin Booker to hit his points, rebounds, assists, or anything. Like, I had Devin Booker PRA on Thursday night, or went Tuesday night, loser. Then I took his points over last night, loser. Of course, he hits his points the night before. They don't have KD or Beal, and he still doesn't hit it because they got smacked. I mean, dude, it's like I can't win with I don't know what it is, bro. I swear last year I had like some of my worst beats taking Devin Booker over props. Like, what is he doing, bro?
He's just doing too much. Honestly, I think he's soft. I've never been a huge fan of Devin Booker. I think he's a great player, but I think he kind of reminds me of Donovan Mitchell. Like, he's really good, but I don't necessarily know if he can be your 1A. Like, you have to have he can be a 1A if you have a 1B.
Yeah.
But he can't just be your 1. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just my opinion, but
no, I know what you mean. I mean, I'm a huge Donovan Mitchell supporter, honestly, and I'm also a huge backer of Devin Booker. I agree, though. I think they're both more in like the 8 to 15 range of best players in the league and not really higher than that. They kind of both remind me of like Joe Johnson when he was the best player on the Hawks. Like, you're a walking bucket, you're a dog, but at the same time, you're not going to be like the best player on a championship team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, damn, dude. What a time it would have been to be alive to be able to bet Joe Johnson point props, bro. Just let him fucking cook, set it and forget it.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Johnson used to shoot like 30 times a game. ISO
Facts.
Joe, baby.
ISO Joe. Facts. All right. Well, T, you said you did. How'd you do yesterday?
Well, 4-2 yesterday, man. We had some nice little prop hits yesterday. It was a overall very solid day. How'd you end up doing yesterday?
6-3-1. Couple of nasty. I thought I got hooked by the Jalen Brunson prop. I ended up not. They did like a stat correction. He was at 36. I needed 30 over 36.5. He was at 36, and I'm like, I got fucking hooked. Then I woke up this morning and it was 35. So they must have corrected something. It actually made me feel better. You know what? I'm like, all right, fine. I didn't get hooked. He gave me a little more cushion. That's a true loss. And then my Cavs, I needed a -9, and they won by 8. But still, really good day. I tried to get too cute betting Mr. Mitchell Kusa's Miami Redhawks to cover 7.5 in the first quarter. And right at the end, they give a Kent State touchdown to obviously not cover. But that's okay. It's a great – you know what? We've been really hot, and the story goes, while the fire burns, you cook. While the fire burns, you cook.
Yes, sir.
So dude, I'm excited for today's matchup. I really am. And honestly excited to go ahead and talk about NFL football. But before we do, brief commercial. Obviously, you guys know where to get the plays. CFB. Guys, we are on a mission to get as many followers on TikTok as possible. And it would really mean a lot to us if you're not following at TP3, at What Up Bro on TikTok. It would mean a lot if you could run us over there and give us a follow, and make sure you're subscribed to both of our YouTubes, at TP3, at What Up Bro. Turn on notifications so that way you get the notifications every time we go live. Guys, we know you're here for NFL football, but we're going to let people kind of get in here, get settled in, kind of get warm, have themselves a drink. Order an appetizer. We got college hoops today. Really quickly, T, in the green room, we said we weren't going to talk college hoops, but epiphany popped on me that I wanted to bring something up. I know you haven't looked into college basketball a lot, but I am really, really intrigued about this Grand Canyon game today.
Okay.
They're favored on the road, -5 against Arizona State. They have to travel to Arizona State. It's actually a neutral site, but it's in Arizona. So what do you, I just have to, how do you feel? First of all, Grand Canyon has a fucking potential All-American. How do you feel about little teams like this being able to compete with like big brother schools? I'm not even asking for a lean. I know you didn't look at it. To be honest with you, dude, I first of all, I took Grand Canyon minus the points, but because it just doesn't make any sense. But I love the parity. I love that these teams are coming out and we're getting like March Madness all year round. It's beautiful. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like they probably have a target on their back considering the fact they pissed that game away against Alabama, and got to the second round of the tournament. But honestly, I mean, it's more so in college basketball than it is in college football. Like, dude, you have all the time where you have teams like when Steph Curry was at Davidson, they were beating up on the big dogs, like even FAU last year, VCU back in the Shaka Smart days. Like, college basketball is a lot different than college football. You can have A10 or MAC or teams in these other conferences that are actually have some dogs and will come out here and win a bunch of games. Like, these teams will lose like 3 or 4 games because they're just that good and they beat a lot of the good teams they play out of conference. So, at the end of the day, I feel like it's still probably, a great spot for them to come out here and smack them. I just don't know much about college basketball, but I know they had a really good team. So as long as they got some of them boys back, they should be able to hang.
Yep. They got their number 1 player. He was on a 2-day suspension or a 2-game suspension. For whatever reason, I had his name jotted down. Can't find it in my notes. He's got some like really cool name, like Shai Gilchrist Alexandra. It's not that, obviously. It's a very similar name. Look him up, T. This dude, ball, hoops. I'm not. You look him up now too, but watch his fucking highlights. I was watching his highlights earlier. This dude reminds me of Shai Gilchrist, man. He can fucking play. He can play. So that's the one play I got for you guys. If you want college basketball, I really like Grand Canyon on the road, -5 against Arizona State. Again, I keep saying on the road. It is technically on the road because they're still playing in Arizona, but it's not in Arizona State's facilities. So technically it's a neutral site.
It's Tyan Grant Foster. I remember him.
Yeah, Tyan Grant Foster. Yeah. TGF.
Yeah, he's a beast for sure. Anyway, I wanted to ask you this, bro. When are the Cavs finally going to lose a game, man?
That's a great question. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked at their schedule. I don't know who their upcoming opponents are. My guess is going to be it'll be on the road against their next even like marginally tough opponent. This is not sustainable. They snuck out some wins that they probably shouldn't have, but I could see them getting to maybe 15-16-0 before a loss falls on the column. What about you? Did you look at the schedule? Do you have a team marked out that's gonna scope us?
Yeah, the Hawks.
Get out of here. It's fucked. Hold
Come
on.
on, bro. You saw what we did the other night. We didn't have Trae Young and we took down the Celtics. Who's to say we can't do it? No, I'm just messing around. Let's look at the Cavs' upcoming schedule. And we're going to talk about this NBA game tonight, and then we'll go to NFL, I promise, guys. They play the Bulls next, the Hornets. Ooh, Tuesday they play the Celtics in the NBA Cup on TNT. That's the spot right there, man. Give me the Celtics.
Yeah, that's the L. That's the L for sure.
Yeah, even though it's playoff revenge, man, Celtics are going to come out there and smack them. And then after that, they do play New Orleans and they play Toronto. Then they got a back-to-back against my Hawks, and they're going to take 2 L's in a row. So those are when they're going to take their L's.
Yeah. That's all right. We can take a few. We can say, hey, we're hot, baby. Caliente. Terry. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Hey, the boys are hot right now. This might be the hottest show on YouTube or on the web right now with how hot we've been smoking the books lately. But look, guys, we got one game tonight in the NBA. Tonight's game, we have the Dallas Mavericks. They're going to be taking on in this game the Utah Jazz. Let me get some updated numbers. I haven't looked at this game since the spread was 9. We see 8.5 painted across the board in favor of Dallas here in Utah. The total in this game is at 230.5. I guess I'll talk about this game first. So first of all, guys, look, I don't hate Dallas to cover this game. You look at the first half, ever since Jason Kidd called him out for starting too slow against Phoenix, they've covered both first halves. But honestly, like Utah, I talk about it all the time, man. Utah has some voodoo magic when they play these games at home. Even against Phoenix, they made that thing like really tight on the spread right at the end of the game. I don't really like going against Utah when they're a home underdog. I assume -5s in the first half on Dallas. I mean, I'm not going to take Phoenix here. I don't like betting against them though as a home underdog. They've been really good in these spots historically. Prop wise, I would look towards Derek Lively over, I think it was 17.5, either points and rebounds or points, rebounds, and assists. I can't remember which one it was. Walker Kessler's out for the Jazz, giving them less of a presence inside. And I think Lively can have a good matchup here. Interior, getting rebounds, getting his little dunks and doing what all he does. He's gonna be going up against Markkanen and John Collins, who are pretty small, honestly. They're basically supposedly power forwards, and Filipowski will be in there too. And I mean, he's gonna bully Filipowski around. So I like Lively to do his thing tonight. I'm not gonna take it though. I'm gonna sit this game out. We've been scorching in the NBA, guys, but I'm honestly going to stay away from this game tonight. Okay, so Mavs -5 first half. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I think Dallas should come out here and hit them hard in the first half. Look for Utah to use 3-point variance in the second half to try to hang around with Clarkson and George.
Yep. Love it. Absolutely love it. And there's nothing wrong. I'm not on his side either. I'm just not touching this game. Do I think in all likelihood Dallas should cover? Yeah. But like you said, man, Utah's tough at home. You taught me that last year. Dude, before they like traded away all their players,
Yep.
They were fucking so money. They were money. Just bet them at home against the spread. Yes, they're going to lose, but they're going to fucking cover. They're going to cover. And that's the way it worked. But I don't know. I don't want anything to do with the spread or total in this game. The one thing that I do like is Luka to score 30. Luka to score 30. You can still get good value on it, -120 right now. Ballers are going to ball. In the NBA Cup, in these games that are nationally televised, you see the stars ball out. Last night, LeBron over his points total. LeBron triple-double. LeBron PRA. All of that was fucking cake. Like, it was Lock City. I think TP3 was on LeBron over 40 PRA.
Yep.
And dude, that shit cashed at halftime, I'm pretty sure. So
I think he was at 33 at the half.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was saying, like it was very, very close. So I really think Luka's going to go off tonight. I could see 30 to 40 from Luka.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, bro. Like, I think Luka should have a big night here. Utah doesn't really have anybody to check him. And I mean, if you look at the last couple games, Booker and Beal both went over their points props against them. I think that Booker had 31 or 32, and then Beal ended up scoring. I know his points prop was 21.5, and I know he smacked it. So I'm with you, bro. Like, I don't see anybody who's going to try to check them. I mean, Utah is going to be mostly playing like Bryce Sensabaugh. They traded Abaji, who I can't remember the other wing's name they use, but these wings they use are not really those kind of guys on the defensive end. Real quick here, guys, before we talk about the NFL, we got someone in here asking about another college basketball game. Got my boy Jep Brown asking about Kansas State versus Iowa versus LSU. You got any thoughts on this game tonight, bro?
Listen, this is one of those games. I looked at it for a while.
Yeah.
All trends point to Kansas State. Okay, minus the points. But I don't know. I haven't seen enough of LSU. I know they got some people from the transfer portal. If you don't 100% like know what you're getting with a team this early in the college basketball season, I just don't think it's worth betting. And I didn't do enough research into LSU and the transfer portal players to be able to tell you definitively one way or the other, hey, fade Kansas State or hey, go with LSU. The one thing that I will say is Kansas State did let New Orleans, which is not, known as a basketball school, hang around, right? I don't know if that's just a matter of like, hey, we know we're playing some dog shit school. We're not going to, we're not going 100%. Or if that's an indication of the quality of the team that we're looking at. Jep, all I could say is unless you are like gung-ho one way, on college basketball. Like, for example, on that Classic Cup they had, or the Champions, whatever the Champions, I don't even know, that tournament they had where it was Kentucky, Kansas, all those guys. I knew the second I looked at it, I was like, nah, Kansas, Kentucky, they're winning the game. They're covering straight up. No doubts about it. You fire. Unless you're that confident about it right now, basketball is kind of like taking notes right now. College basketball is like taking notes. Once, I don't even want to say conference play starts, but once you get a few weeks into the season, that's when the quizzes start. That's when the exams start. And watching all this basketball, taking notes and logging what's going on, it will apply to your quizzes and tests or your wagers as we go forward.
Yeah, don't bring the school part into it. I don't like hearing quizzes and tests. I don't like quizzes and tests. I'm
Fair enough.
from those, bro. We don't like that. We just like winning money. LSU's actually on the road in this game. Yeah, I don't know anything about these teams. I'm being honest with y'all. I don't even want to try to give a lean here or anything. I got nothing for y'all in college basketball right now. If I'm being honest with y'all, man, like I've got so much on my plate between NBA, college football, and NFL right now. I just want to focus on those sports right now. So I actually am finishing up a max play right now in college football for this upcoming weekend. So we're looking at a big play there. But let's go ahead, guys, talk about Thursday Night Football, man. It's time. We got Thursday Night Football tonight. We have back-to-back good matchups. These divisional matchups are delivering for us. We have the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles here. Currently, Philly went all the way to a 4-point favorite in this game now. And the total in this game is rising as well. I believe it was at 48 and a half this morning to 49 painted across the board now. Bro, I'll let you start us off here, man. What do you think about this game tonight? I know you have a max play up. You don't have to give that one out, but give the people a free play here for tonight. I got to play for them on the side.
Yeah. Okay. You got to play on the side. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I will say this. I think this is going to be decided by a touchdown or less for sure. Probably a field goal or less.
Yeah.
So, unless, like I just said, you have angles that definitively tell you I like the Eagles minus the points. These divisional games between these two teams, especially now with the type of talent that Washington has, not only on the offensive side of the ball with Daniels, but also defensively. They made some good acquisitions. I know Lattimore's not playing today, but nonetheless, you have to lean Washington plus the points on the side. For me, I don't know if you're laying points, but my teaser is moneyline Eagles. This is max play. If you tuned in to this show, I'm giving you the fucking max. That's right. I'll give it to you. We give the people what we want. We're men of the people here at the Weekly Win Streak. TP3 is on vacation in Nashville, and he's right here in the studio.
Whoa. I'm not on vacation by any means. This is a work. This is a business. This is a work trip. We are not on vacation. Let's get that straight. Vacation was last week. This week, we're dialed the fuck in.
Well, okay, fair. He's dialed even when he is on vacation, though. So you never know if he's on vacation or if he's traveling for work. This guy's working 24/7. Here's what I have to say. Oh, fuck.
You're still on. Hey, as Future most famously said, take no days off. Take no days off.
I don't take no days. Yeah, exactly. Okay, no days off here. All right, so listen. I like the Eagles on the money line because they are at home, and what it comes down to is players, right? Players make plays. For the life of me, I just can't get over the fact that the 4 out of the 5 best players, star players, are on the Eagles. Saquon, AJ, Devontae, Jalen. Okay? Then you got, Terry or Jaden as the 5th best player. I think the Eagles win straight up, but I think it's going to be very close. They got home field advantage, and I just want a guy that's been there before in the big moments. Also, Washington has showed that they cannot close in the second half. They are 3-5-2 straight up, like on the money line in the second half of their games this year. So I just liked how the Eagles can close. So my teaser is this. Eagles money line under 59.5. You've seen people see these scores in the 30s the last couple of years. They want to take the over and they think it's going to be a 60-point performance. Not so fast. I think this is going under 48.5.
Okay, wow, under 48.5. First of all, shout out Groovy Caps. This is exactly what I'm doing. Is I'm on a scouting trip just to see what these teams look like. We'll be scouting the Titans, Vikings as well on Sunday. So, okay, Bro likes the under, and he says he likes the Eagles in his teaser. I'm gonna bail Jay Cutler out of jail too. Yeah, we'll see about that one. I don't know if my pockets are quite big enough for that one to go down. So maybe if we hit this bet tonight, maybe we can get him out. We'll call it the free Jay Cutler play of the day. Why not? So for the bet today, guys, look, I'm taking Washington. I gave him out at 3.5. I'll take him at 4 as well. I think they're gonna win this game outright. First of all, you look at Philadelphia. I'm sorry, bro. You look at Philadelphia. I'm just saying, man, like Lloyd is standing over here to the right, to the left of me. I don't want to piss him off or anything with this statement, but outside of the Bengals, they haven't beaten a good quarterback or a good team over this win streak. You have to go all the way back to week 1 for them to even have beaten a team above 500 when they beat the Packers. And then they lost to my Falcons. We went into their house and smacked them. The only other team they played with a winning record this season. And look, I think if you look at the Falcons and the Packers, they had success running the football against them. And while Cincinnati is one of the best pass offenses in the league, they can't really run the football. So the Eagles weren't really worried about that. But if you look at all these other teams, dude, they're beating the Browns. They're beating who's the other ones? I can't even remember the other teams they beat, but they're not good. Oh, the Giants. Like, they killed the Giants. The Jaguars. There's another one on there too. Cooper Rush Cowboys. They had players running wide open down the field in these plays yesterday for Dallas, and they were losing the ball in the sun. Like, I think that's a big thing here. I don't think Philadelphia's played a team like Washington, man. Jaden Daniels not your typical rookie quarterback. They're going to run the football here. They're going to use play action. They're going to get Jaden Daniels in space and create disruption. But here's one of the angles two angles nobody's talking about. Eagles haven't covered since last year playing at home in a game. They haven't covered at home since last year. And here's the second one. Who's Washington's head coach, bro?
Dan Quinn.
Where was he coaching last year?
Dallas.
Where was he the year before? Dallas. The year before that, Dallas. He's seen this Eagles offense so many times. They embarrassed the Eagles the last time they went up against them in Dallas. I think that's going to play a part here as well. They're going to be prepped up, ready to go here. I think Washington is extremely undervalued still, to be honest with you. I think Washington's a top 4 team in the NFC. I think they're winning this division. I'm taking Washington plus the points tonight.
Okay. Well, hell of an argument.
Hey, we don't always have to agree. It makes for a better show if anything when we're not on the same side.
What's that?
Said if anything, it makes for a better show when we're not on the same side. Besides, we can technically both win here.
We can, and I'm okay with that. And I said it's going to be a close game. Now, the one caveat I have to that. Now, yeah. I really like that Dan Quinn angle. The last time they did play, Cowboys did fuck them up. But historically, he did not do very good against the Eagles defensively as a coordinator. But here's what I'll say. Also, Jalen Hurts is in the top 5 most profitable quarterbacks on primetime in the last 20 years. He's 8-1-1 against the spread on primetime. He's 9-1 straight up. I'll leave you with that. That said, I know you guys are interested in a touchdown scorer.
Yeah.
And I got it for you. I got first touchdown. I got anytime touchdown in one play. Saquon Barkley. Guys, the Commanders allow 142 rush yards per game. They are number 26 in the NFL in opponent red zone scoring. They are allowing a touchdown on 70% of opponents' visits to the red zone. Saquon is going to score the first touchdown. He's going to get you an anytime touchdown. Lock it in and thank me later. T, what's your prop? I know you got to go. SoBet's rushing us off of here. Our bosses are calling us.
Yeah, guys, we're like ESPN, man. We're up against the 4 p.m. or I guess I'm in Central Time, so we're up against the 5 p.m. program here. My prop before I leave with you guys, look, I would take him to be my touchdown scorer tonight, Devontae Smith. This is a play I've taken tonight. I like Devontae Smith to go over his receiving yards at 55.5 is the official, or I think it was 54.5. One of those two, 55, 54.5. You look at Washington, the main coverages they play, they're probably going to shade towards A.J. Brown, making this a good matchup for him. He's gone over this number in 6 out of his last 8 matchups. I feel like him and Hurts have really developed that chemistry. You look at Smith, he's torched Washington in his career, going for 70+ in his last 2 matchups with them. I think he's a big game here. Lattimore, while he's a scrub because he played for the Saints, isn't playing in this game. So we like Devontae Smith to go off tonight. I do like the Commanders, though, to get it done in this game. Bro, anything else you want to talk about, man, before we get up out of here?
No, love you guys. So make sure you're subscribed over to the SoBet. Make sure you're subscribed to us on YouTube, and be safe. It's Friday, Junior. The weekend is upon us. Keep working, keep grinding, keep working on yourself. Be better tomorrow than you were today, and keep going.
Yeah, guys, bro hit the nail on the head. Look, if you're watching us on YouTube or your Twitter, go ahead, hit that follow button on us. We don't care if you buy the picks or not, although we'd love for you to. But even if you do or don't, click that follow button on us right now. We'll be back on here live once again tomorrow. And other than that, guys, we appreciate everyone who tuned in for today's episode.